This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and tonight, the Giants, just another terrible effort. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On Sports postcasts we do. We also do the Locked On 49ers postcast and the Locked On Warriors postcast. We'll be starting 49ers shows very soon, and I cannot wait for that, man, because this Giants team is just agonizing to watch. Painful stuff, man, continues tonight as the Giants continue to watch their 2025 season circle the drain, falling again to the Padres 5-1 at Oracle Park. They've now lost 12 of their last 13 at home. Robbie Ray got the start in this one and labored through 6 innings of work while giving up 4 runs on like 110 pitches. Bob Melvin just asleep at the wheel again, letting Robbie Ray just go for way too long today. And the lone run for the Giants came by way of a Wilmer Flores infield single in the first inning, and they couldn't amount to anything else. So luck, essentially, is the only way they're scoring runs at this point. We'll break it all down, but first I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, does a great job. He just started on Monday, put out his first show with Locked On. If you haven't checked out the Daily Show with Alan since Ben left, make sure you're getting it, man. I miss Ben, but, man, Alan does a great job. So make sure you're tuning in to the Daily Locked On Giants show for some of that stuff. But today, man, the Giants, it was Grateful Dead night out at the yard. You know, I if you're watching on the stream, you can see I got the Dead shirt on right now. I thought if there was anything that could, you know, particles wise, give the Giants a little lift, it might be the Dead night. It might be the fact that the Dead and Company were just here celebrating 60 years as a band in Grateful Park like a week ago, and the Giants just couldn't grab any of that particles, that energy that was in the atmosphere tonight, and that has been through the last couple of weeks in the city, and they haven't been able to harness it at any other point in time either. I mean, they just Oracle Park. I mean, for a team that's as bad as they are right now, there's a lot of fans that showed up tonight. It wasn't quite a sellout, but there were a lot of butts and seats out there at Oracle Park tonight. And by the 8th inning, man, Uber prices were surging around Oracle Park. Everybody's leaving early. I mean, if you watch that 9th inning on the broadcast, there's nobody left in the park because nobody believes that this team can come back. And I mean, a 4-run deficit, if that's enough to clear out your stadium when you're the home team before the 9th inning even begins, you know how bad things are. That's all you need to know, man. Like, the Giants have absolutely no shot. As soon as they went down in the 2nd inning, as soon as they gave up those 2 runs, I figured that's it, because a 2-run lead for any team over the Giants feels insurmountable. This offense can't do anything right now. They just look lifeless, and it continued again tonight. I mean, you did have 9 hits, or 10 hits actually in this one, just as many hits as the Padres. You had 4 less runs. The Giants are allergic to hits with runners in scoring position tonight. They really just could not do it. I mean, they did get a couple of them, that 3 for 10 tonight, but a lot of those hits ended up not scoring runs. It ended up not driving runs in. They left 11 guys on base tonight. It's just more of the same, man. Every night it's 1 run. Every night it's the same thing. Every night it's Bob Melvin leaving his starter out there for 115, 120 pitches. I mean, does Bob know that this is 2025 and not like 2010 anymore? You can't leave guys in that long and expect them to stay healthy. Is he aware of this? I mean, I'm so just at a loss for anything positive to talk about with this team. I mean, watching this game tonight, there was, I guess, one positive. We can just get into that right away. I'll give you today's player of the game to start. We'll go with something a little different in today's show. Tonight's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And this one's a very obvious choice for me. Casey Schmidt, man, he's the only guy on the Giants offense who seemed to want to play with any pride tonight. 4 for 5 for Casey today. And he had a lot of really hard hit balls. He ended up scoring the one and only run for the Giants. Schmidt also had a double in this one. I mean, he's just rips Nestor Cortez, just absolute ownage against him, and he continued to expand on that today. So shout out Casey Schmidt for his nice day at the dish. A lot of line drives from him out there too. Not a lot of getting underneath the ball or anything. He had the hardest hit ball of the night at 109 miles an hour. So if you want a positive, I'll give you Casey Schmidt. That's about the only thing that I can give you. But everything else about this team tonight was putrid, was absolutely garbage. I mean, every single big at bat where the Giants needed something, you get someone chasing a garbage pitch. You get, I can't tell you how many Nestor Cortez changeups that were low and out of the zone that I watched the Giants swing it tonight. I mean, just so many absolute garbage at bats. I mean, even Willie Adames had a couple really garbage at bats tonight too. He swung at some strike three that was just not even close to the strike zone in a big moment late in this game. I mean, you had so many bad moments for the Giants today. Starting in the first inning, Tyler Fitzgerald overruns a ball in right field. His first time we've seen him in right field, did not look very good. And I mean, he did make one relatively difficult-ish catch where he had to go back on the ball. But I mean, ultimately, I think we know what the Giants need to do in the offseason, and it is shore up right field because you really don't have an answer yet. You got all these different looks that you're trying out at the end of the season. Nothing's sticking out. I mean, Casey Schmidt might be doing enough to lock down second base, at least to start next season. Maybe you bring in someone else to kind of push him for competition at that spot. But I think Casey Schmidt, if there's one thing that you've learned about this Giants team going down the stretch this season, it's Casey Schmidt at least deserves an extra look, an extended time at second base to see what they got, because he has been a bright spot for this team. He's batting .254. I mean, he's one of the only guys in this lineup who's actually delivering as of late, and he got moved all the way up to second in the order today, and it paid off for him, at least. I can't say for the Giants because they only got one run out of it, but hey, Casey Schmidt, tonight's player of the game, the only guy really worth talking about right now. But I mean, the Giants, after that first inning, in the second inning, they give up a couple runs. And I mean, that first inning, they should have got out of it without giving up any runs to the Padres. But the overrun ball by Fitzgerald just puts them in a bad situation, allows a run to score. Should have been the third out of the inning. Xander Bogaerts then instead doubles and ends up allowing a run to score because of a balk against Robbie Ray. Just overrunning fly balls and balks, allowing runs to score in that first inning for the Padres. Just not a great scene. Not a great scene. The Giants got their one run on a Wilmer Flores single on a ground ball to third. Casey Schmidt scored. Devers went to second. It was just an incredibly slow roller down the third baseline. And we've seen Wilmer do this a couple times this year. It's always funny to me when Wilmer gets an infield hit, but it's laughably painful when this is the one way that the Giants can score runs. Then in the second inning, Ramon Laureano singles, and then Jose Iglesias hits his only home run of the season so far to this point to give the Padres a 2-run lead. And Robbie Ray's home run issues continue. I mean, he's given up home runs to guys who haven't had one all season long at this point. And I mean, Robbie, he's laboring through this part of the season. It's pretty clear. It's pretty evident to me that he is. I mean, the velo isn't dipping, but the control is starting to go a little bit. You saw him throw a lot of pitches high and out of the zone, a lot of pitches wide of the zone, a lot of pitches very, very low today. He looks like a guy who's starting to get a little bit tired, and that's not surprising. And all I have to say about that is maybe if you know that your guy is out there getting a little bit tired, your guy who's been through a Tommy John surgery and has never pitched a complete season post Tommy John surgery, maybe you don't leave him in for 110 pitches in a game where you're already losing by 3 runs. I mean, what the hell is Bob Melvin doing? This guy's just asleep at the wheel. Sleepy Bo Mel earning his nickname tonight. I mean, I just don't understand. 113 pitches for Robbie Ray tonight. Why in the world are you leaving Robbie Ray out there when he's leaking oil? You did the same thing to Logan Webb last night. And the only reason that the Giants didn't end up suffering in the 6th inning from Bob Melvin's decision is Iglesias. He roped a ball with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, and the Giants just got lucky that it was right at Jung-Hoo Lee. I mean, that had double written all over it off the bat, and I mean, they just got lucky. They just purely got lucky that they did not give up a couple runs in that situation, or a run in that situation. It was 100 miles an hour off the bat of Jose Iglesias. Hit that ball 350 feet. Very, very, very solid hit by him. Jackson Merrill had already doubled in the inning on a ball that he hit 106 miles an hour. Laureano flew out to deep center on a ball that he hit 100 miles an hour. Xander Bogaerts hit a ball in that inning 98 miles an hour, excuse me. So the Padres were just killing the ball out of Robbie Ray's hand. And it was obvious. This was clear as day to everybody who was paying even like a smidge of attention to this game, that Robbie Ray was just gassed and needed to go sit down. And probably you need this guy's arm for the rest of the season, because who the hell else are you going to start at this point? So I don't know what Bob Melvin's doing. I don't know why he's just leaving these starting pitchers in there. I get you traded your bullpen and that you probably don't trust these guys, this current group, as much as you trusted that old group. But you can't just let these guys sit out there and die on the hill. I mean, you have to go get them. It just makes no sense to me what the Giants are doing. Does not seem like they have a plan. And at this point, you got guys saying things to the media, basically saying, I don't know what to do. You had Logan Webb just a couple days ago, or yesterday actually, just say that he did not know how to fix this team. He did not know what the magic solution would be for the Giants to get them back on track. And I mean, this isn't the only time that we've heard this. We heard Willie Adames say the similar thing not that long ago. Right after the All-Star break, he said this team's just kind of lifeless, and that this team has been has just been not doing a whole lot lately at the dish, and just can't find a rhythm. And again, you had last night you had another statement from Willie Adames, basically saying, he told Susan Slusser, this is an organization that's trying to find its identity. We're trying to figure out who we are as a team. We haven't found a way to get hot at the same time or execute at the right time. And that very much so sums up this season. I mean, this whole Giants team, if you have one guy going, like every time that it seems like every night I'm telling you a different name of like the one Giant who had a good game. Like tonight, for instance, it was Casey Schmidt. You had nobody else. Tyler Fitzgerald isn't doing anything. He just came back up from AAA. He does not look like the answer in right field. Casey Schmidt at least looks like he deserves an extended look at second base. But other than that, I mean, this Giants team just looks lifeless, man. Looks lifeless. We got to get into some more stuff on the other side of the Locked On Giants postcast. We'll get into what you'll be talking about after this one. And we got to talk about today's turning point, a little bit of Robbie Ray's day, all that and more next on the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by OpenPhone. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? Nope, you called the second one. And that's why having a reliable business line is so important. That's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. If you're used to having to juggle calls all the time, or two phones all the time, just to keep business and personal calls separate, well, OpenPhone solves that instantly. Your whole team can share just one inbox and respond in that shared inbox. No more mass emails asking who's handling this. And also, the AI agent, I love this aspect of OpenPhone. It handles all after-hours calls, so you aren't having to deal with any of that nonsense. Once you turn on your San Francisco Giants game, you can stay locked in. You don't got to interrupt the game to answer after-hours calls. The AI agent handles everything. OpenPhone is offering Locked On Giants listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OpenPhone.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers. Today's show is also sponsored by Gameday Hue, and I wish that I had one of their hats to show you guys how cool it is. For Giants fans like me, it really hits the mark. They make clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the golf course, or anywhere in between. I mean, they go with every fit, basically. I mean, just nice, clean colors, and you can wear it with almost any fit. It goes great all the time. Music festivals, out at the yard, wherever you are, just running around town, going to get groceries. Gameday Hue hats are just awesome. They fit very, very well, and they just go with everything. And right now you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GamedayHue.com. That's GamedayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GamedayHue.com, code MLB15. And today's show is also brought to you by FanDuel. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling for your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ, even before week one kicks off, this is your moment. And for me, I told you guys last night, I'm taking Lamar Jackson in the MVP race for the NFL this season. I think Lamar's got a great chance to do it. The Ravens have added some stuff around him, and that team's always very competitive. I love the stability of the coaching staff. Lamar Jackson, man, I think that he's one of the most talented players, if not the most talented player. When you look at the complete package in the NFL, he's definitely in that conversation. But Lamar Jackson, the MVP of 2025-2026 season in the NFL, that is my pick. Book it on FanDuel.com. And if you visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because FanDuel is one day, because FanDuel Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and today the Giants just have been just terrible as of late, and they continue to be terrible at home. They've lost 12 of their last 13. I have not seen them win a home game in months, and I really hope before the end of the year I can at least get out to one more win at Oracle Park. Man, this has just been a very, very, very frustrating situation for the Giants. And I'm looking at the chat, and I see my guy Trevor saying, I just really want to know why giving Bob Melvin another year is a good idea. And Trevor, we're all wondering that same thing, my guy. I just maybe the timing of it was Buster trying to instill some confidence in the locker room, in the clubhouse, amongst the team, saying, this is who we're going with. This is the guy. And I want to back Bob Melvin. I mean, he's a former Giant. He grew up in the Bay Area. He's, part of the Hum Baby era. Like, he always wanted to be in this role. I mean, this is like the perfect match made in heaven on paper, but it just is not working out. And I mean, it's only been 2 years, but he appears to have lost the locker room. I mean, he cannot spark any motivation amongst this team. And I think that's what you're going to be talking about after this one.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And at this point, I mean, I don't know how this isn't the main thing you're talking about for the rest of the season. You're looking for who your right fielder is going to be, who your second baseman is going to be, and who your coach is going to be next year, who your manager is going to be next year. Because at this point, so many Giants fans, and myself included, are skeptical as to if Bob Melvin can ever regain control of this team and ever turn the ship around. I mean, once the crew mutinies against the captain, you don't get to undo that. You don't put the toothpaste back in the tube. If Bob Melvin has lost this locker room, there's no way he's just going to get it back. We've watched this guy fail with exceptionally talented teams in Oakland, where he couldn't win playoff series there. I know he won Manager of the Year several times out there, but postseason success was non-existent for those teams. You also had Bob Melvin in San Diego show just an epic failure to be able to get all these guys on the same page in a team with almost essentially the same core, different pitching rotation, but the same offensive core. Looks a lot better right now, man. This Padres team is 68-52 with a lot of the same guys that were there when Bob Melvin was managing them, and he couldn't get them to do anything, really. I mean, they were very mediocre with him there as well, and this is going to continue. This conversation is going to continue about Bob Melvin going down the stretch. I mean, you need consistency at the manager spot, but you also need somebody who's going to be able to actually, motivate the team and get them to be in the right positions, to make the right plays, to not do dumb stuff out there on the field like we've seen the Giants do time and time again. All the base running blunders we've seen, all the bad baseball that we've seen from this team. It's just it doesn't inspire confidence. It doesn't make me say I want Bob Melvin back next year as the manager and I believe in him. it makes me think, I don't know what this team is doing. When I'm watching Bob Melvin sit out there and let Robbie Ray go 113 pitches in a game where they're losing by 3 runs and the offense looks completely inept in August when you're almost entirely out of the playoff race. I don't understand it. I do not understand what is happening. And going forward, the Giants, it's going to be more of the same. It's going to be more of the same. And if you want a little microcosm of how it went for the offense today, look no further than the bottom of the 6th inning, which is also today's turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And really, you could argue that this turning point was that 2-run bomb in the 2nd inning, because at that point, it really felt like the Giants were not going to be able to do anything offensively. But in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th inning, you thought just maybe, because you get 2 on with nobody out. Then Jung-Hoo Lee hits one right on the button, lines out to right field, hit that one 105 miles an hour. Just a little bit of bad luck there. But then Dom Smith comes in a pinch hit situation and singles to load the bases with just 1 out. But now you got Pat Bailey coming in. And what's Pat Bailey do? Pops out to Xander Bogaerts. Infield fly rule, 2 outs. And then Elliot Ramos pops out to Luis Ariz in foul ground. 2 pop outs to 2 infielders with the bases loaded and 1 out when you're losing by 3 runs in the 6th inning. It's pathetic, man. It's absolutely pathetic baseball. And I expect more of the same. I don't expect this to change anytime soon. The Giants look completely dead in the water, just circling the drain, a lifeless team going down the stretch. This was such an important point in time for this team in the season. If they wanted any chance at playing meaningful games, at least in the month of September, they needed to play the month of August well. They needed to go beat up on teams like the Pirates. They needed to go beat up on the Braves. They needed to go at least win some games against the Padres, not get swept at home, which the Padres, I'm fully expecting them to sweep the Giants at Oracle tomorrow to finish off that sweep. So the Giants have no one to blame but themselves for being in this position. They're 2 games under 500, and this team just looks bad. Frankly, just looks bad. That's all the time we got for you guys today here on the Locked On Giants postcast. I wish I had some more positivity for you guys, but this is just not it's not a positive situation by any stretch of the imagination. So the Giants lose again, losers of 12 of their last 13 at home, and I expect them to run that number up to 13 of the last 14 after tomorrow's game against the Padres, the final game in this 3-game set at Oracle Park. We'll be coming to you live afterwards, as we always do here on the Locked On Giants postcast, so make sure you are tuning in for that one. Other than that, that's all the time we got for you guys today here on the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E. Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.